Welcome to Maths. This is Mangeya, the Maths Ego. Right, this part is for Cambridge International Examination for ASA level, Advanced Level, Mathematics, Pure Mathematics is paper 1. It's for May-June 2022, variant 1-2. After watching this video, please like, share, and subscribe to this nice, powerful video. Let's get started. Right, degree of accuracy, please take note. 3 significant figures. Or if it's an angle, 1 decimal place in degrees, not in radians. Take note of that part. Then question number 1 is saying the coefficient of x squared, x to the power 4 in the expansion of 3 plus x to the power 5 is equal to the coefficient of x squared in the expansion of that one. Find the value of the positive constant a. So it's positive, which means a can be negative. You can get 2 values there. They say the positive. What they want is the positive value of a. Right. What you do is use the formula. It's there in a formula booklet. It's a plus b to the power n is equals to, you say a to the power n plus n choose 1, where n is the power, then a to the power n minus 1, b to the power 1, plus n choose 2, a to the power n minus 2, b to the power 2, plus dot dot dot. So it will be n choose 3, a to the power n minus 3, b to the power 3. That will be the next term. Right. So I want to use that formula. Let's apply the formula to this item, where n is a positive integer. Right, we want to find the term of x or the coefficient of x to the power 4. So let's find the term in x to the power 4 in the expansion of 3 plus x to the power 5. So it will be equal to n, which is 5. Actually, it's 3. That's 8 to the power n. 8 to the power n, 3 to the power 5, plus then n choose 1. N choose 1, which is 5 choose 1. Then it will be a 3 to the power 5 minus 1 is 4. Then times b. Your b is your x to the power 1. Then plus 5 choose 2. Then a is 3 to the power 5 minus 2 is 3. Then times your b, which is your x to the power 2. Plus then 5 choose 3. Then times your a 3 to the power 5 minus 3 is what? Is 2. Then your b, x to the power 3. Then plus 5 choose 4. Then 3 to the power 5 minus 4 is what? Is 1. Then times your b, which is your x to the power 4. Right. So you expand up to the term including or in x to the power 4. So it's this one. That's the term. So ignore all these items. You ignore them, right? You just leave them. Don't rub them off. Just leave them. But all you have to consider is the last item. So 5 choose 4 is 5. Then times 3. Then times x to the power 4. So this will give you 15 x to the power 4. Like this. Now let's find the coefficient of x to the power 2 in the expansion of the next item, which is 2x plus a over x to the power 6. The coefficient here is 15. Right, let's find the coefficient on this part. So it will be 2x is your a. Then your b is a over x. So it's 2x to the power n, which is 6 plus. So you expand up to the term in x squared, right? In x squared. Then plus, then n choose 1, 6 choose 1. Then your a, 2x to the power 6 minus 1 is what? It's 5. Then times your b, it's your a over x to the power 1. Then plus 6 choose 2. Then your a is 2x to the power 6 minus 2 is 4. Times, then this one is your b, a over x to the power 2. Right, looks like this last item. If we can simplify this part, it will give us the term in x to the power 2. Why? Because the numerator will be x to the power 4. Denominator will be x to the power 2. After simplifying this one, a over x squared, it will be a squared over x squared. So if you can simplify this part, applying the laws of indices, is x to the power 4 minus 2, which is 2. So you take this last part, you ignore everything. So it will be 6 choose 2, 6 choose 2, then it's 15. Then times 2 to the power 4, it's also 16. It's 16. Then x to the power 4. Then times a squared, you share the power, a squared over x squared. Like this. Then it will be equals to 15 times 16. You get 240. Then x to the power 4 over x squared is x squared. Then it will be a squared, then x squared. So the coefficient here is 240 a squared. So this is the one that you want. Now let's equate the coefficients. So coefficient is 240 a squared is equals to the coefficient of x to the power 4 in the first item, which is 15. What do you get? Divide by 240. So it will be a squared is 15 over 240. Then it will be a squared is equals to, you multiply by half, or you just square root both sides, right? You just square root both sides. Square root this side is equal to square root of 15 over 240. Square root of a number, please take note, is plus or minus. But in this case, they said a is a positive integer or positive constant. So just want the positive value of our a. Right, then 15 divided by 240 is 1 over 16. So it will be square root of 1 over 16 plus or minus. So a will be equals to, is square root of 1 is 1. Square root of 16 is 4. So we just want the positive value. So ignore the negative item. So done. Next part, question number 2. The second and third terms of a geometric progression are 10 and 8 respectively. Find the sum to infinity. Sum to infinity is equals to a over 1 minus r. Is there in a formula booklet? Please take note of that part. Right. First term is a. Second term is ar. So they said ar. Nth term of a GP is a r to the power n minus 1. That's for a GP, geometric progression. So they said the second term and the third terms of the geometric progressions are 10 and 8 respectively. So second term, this one must give you 10. Then the third term is ar squared is equals to 8. Right. So this will be your equation 1 and this will be your equation 2. Right. What you can do, you want to eliminate in this case a, so that you can get our r. So you can say a here in the first equation. You can divide equation 2 divided by 1. You can divide 2 divided by 1. Right. So it will be ar squared is equals to 8 divided by, then this side will be ar, this side will be 10. Right. Then it will be a will cancel out, then we'll be left with r is cos. Then 8 over 10 is 4 over 5. So this will be your value for r. Right. What do you have to find is the sum to infinity, which means you have to find a also. What is our a? You can take from the first equation, equation number 1. So in 1, you can say a times r, which is 4 over 5. Then it's supposed to give you is equals to 10. Then from this, if you can simplify, you get a is equals to, divide by 4 over 5 both sides. So it will be a is equals to 10 divided by 4 over 5. So it will be a is equals to 10 divided by 4 over 5 is what? 10 divided by 4 over 5. 4 over 5. You get 25 over 2. Like this. So your sum to infinity is a over 1 minus r, which is 25 over 2 over 1 minus 4 over 5. That's your r. Then it will be 1 minus 4 over 5 is 1 over 5. So it will be 25 over 2 divided by, you can introduce this division, then 1 minus 4 over 5, it will be divided by 1 over 5. Like this. Then after that, you simplify, it will be 25 divided by 5 divided by 1 over 5, or is 25 over 2 times, you can say 5 over 1. So it will be 125 over 2. Done. Or you can just say 62.5. That's the sum to infinity of this GP. Next, question number 3. The equation of the curve is such that dy dx is called that one. It is given that the curve passes through the point 4 and 5 over 2. So x is equals 4 and y is equals 5 over 2. That satisfies the equation of the curve. Then find the equation of the curve. So first thing, you separate variables. So it's dy over dx is equals to 3, then 4x minus 7 to the power half, minus 4x to the power minus half. Separate variables, it will be dy is equals to, then take dx where the way there is x. Like this one, then to the power half minus 4, x to the power is minus half, then dx. Right? So that's separating variables. Then you integrate both sides. Integrate both sides after that. You integrate this side, you integrate this side. That will be the equation of the curve. Then you substitute the values 4 and 5 over 2 to find the value of the constant k. Then you replace. After that, you have your equation. So it will be integrate dy, you get y is equals to, then this part, 3 is a constant, you just maintain it. Then you say 1 over n plus 1. Integration of x to the power n dx. So it will be 1 over n plus 1. X to the power n plus 1, then plus a constant. Right. So it will be half plus 1. Now, there are things inside the bracket. You have to close this bracket. Then you have to multiply by the derivative of what is inside the bracket here, which is 4x minus 7 is times 4. Then you maintain 4x minus 7 to the power half plus 1. You add 1 to the power. Then minus 4 is a constant. Then times 1 over. Then it's minus half plus 1. Then x to the power minus half plus 1. Then plus a constant. I can put k. Right? You simplify. You get y is equals to. Then this part. Let's simplify this part. Half plus 1 is 3 over 2. Half plus 1 is 1 and a half. 3 over 2 times 4. 3 over 2 times 4. 3 over 2, then times 4. What do you get? You get 6. So it will be 3 over 6 is half. Then 4x minus 7. Then minus half plus 1 is half. Then minus half plus 1 is half. 4 divided by half. 4 divided by half. What do you get? You must get 8. Then x to the power minus half plus 1 is half. Then plus a constant. Yes. So this is the item that we have. Now we're given the point which satisfies this item. We're given 4, 5. So that's, it means x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 5 over 2. These are the values that will help you to find the value of the constant. So let's substitute these values in our equation. You have, where there's 1, you put 5 over 2. 5 over 2 is equal to half. Then where there's x, you put 4, you put 4. Then minus 7 to the power half. Then minus 8. Then where there's x, you put 4 to the power half. Then plus a constant. Right, simplify this side. Is 4 times 4. Inside this bracket, 16. 16 minus 7. 16 minus 7, make sure it's 9. 9 to the power half is 3. So it's 5 over 2 is equals to 9 to the power half is 3. Then it will be 3 over 2 here. Minus, then here 4 to the power half is 2. 2 times 8 is 16. Plus a constant k. Right, take everything to the right side. Is 5 over 2 minus 3 over 2 plus 16. Then is equals to k. 5 over 2 minus 3 over 2 is 2 over 2. 2 over 2 is 1, plus 16 is 17 is equals to k. Now you take this value of k, you replace here. You have your equation of the curve. So it will be y is equals to half, then 4x minus 7 to the power, is it half? Yes, to the power half. Then minus 8x to the power half, then plus 17. This will be the equation of the curve. Done. Question number 4. The first, second, and third terms of an arithmetic progression are k, 6k, and k plus 6 respectively. Find the value of the constant k. Right, we're given the first, second, and third term. This one is AP. Then the nth term of an AP is a plus n minus 1 times common difference d. And the sum of n terms is n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1, then times d. Is there in a formula booklet, right? Right. So we want to find k in this case. And we're given the first, second, and third terms. So you have to formulate an equation that can link the items. So what is the equation? You can say T2, term 2 minus term 1 is equals to common difference. You can say also term 3 minus term 2, you also get the common difference. So you can just say, so in other words, term 2 minus term 1 is the same as term 3 minus term 2. So term 2 minus term 1 is equals to term 3 minus term 2. So it will be because term 2 is 6k minus term 1, which is k, is equals to term 3, which is k plus 6, minus term 2, which is 6k. Then you form an equation to find the value of the constant k. This side you get 5k here is equals to this side you get minus 5k plus 6. Then you take minus 5k to the other side, it will be 5k plus 5k is equal to 6. Then add, you get 10k is equals to 6. Divide by 10 both sides, you get your k is equals to 6 over 10 is 3 over 5. So this one will be the value of a constant k. Done. Next part B, find the sum of the first 30 terms of the progression. Sum of the first 30 terms of the progression, which means you want Sn. With that formula, we say, let me say n over 2, then 2 times a, where a is the first term, then plus n minus 1 times the common difference d, right? So this one is n over 2. And this one is, these are 30 terms, right? So it means we must have our a and we must have our common difference d. So let's find our n, let's find our common difference, and let's find our first term. So you come up here using k is equals to 3 over 5. So the first term k is 3 over 5. So it's 3 over 5, then 6k, that's the second term. So the first term, T1, is equals to k, which is equal to 3 over 5. Then term 2 is equal to 6k, which is equal to 6 times 3 over 5. So this one will give you 18 over 5. So that's the second term, right? So I want to find the sum of the first 30 terms, which means S30 is equals to, actually our common difference is 18 over 5 minus 3 over 5. That's our common difference. So our D is 18 over 5 minus 3 over 5. Then what we get? 18 minus 3 is 15. 15 divided by 5 is 3. So our common difference is 3. So you can say here 30 over 2. Applying our formula, then 2 times first term. First term is actually 3 over 5. Plus n minus 1 is 30 minus 1 times common difference, which is 3. So you get here, if you can simplify, 30 over 2 is 15. Inside here you get 2 times 3 is 6 over 5. Then plus 30 minus 1 is 29. 29 by 3, you get 87. Now if you can punch in your calculator, 87 plus 6 over 5. What do you get? 441 over 5, then times 15. You get 1323. This one is the sum of the first 30 terms. Done. Next question, number 5. The equation of a curve is y is equals to 4x squared minus kx plus half k squared. And the equation of the line is y is equals to x minus a, where k and a are constants. Given that the equation and the line, given that the curve and the line intersect at the points with x coordinates 0 and 3 over 3 quarters, find the values of k and a. Given that the curve and the line intersect at the points 0 and 3, x0 and x3 over 4. So which means these coordinates x0 and x3 over 4, they satisfy the equations of both the line and the curve, right? They satisfy both, right? So what you can do is you can find the coordinate point of intersection of the two items, right? How can you find the coordinate point of intersection? You can just say here, or you can first put x0 here and put x0 here, and you must get the same result, right? Here, put x0, put x0. So they must satisfy the equations of the two items, right? So, but let's find the coordinate point of intersection. What do? You equate the two equations. So it will be 4x squared minus kx plus half k squared is equals to x minus a, right? Then, if we can simplify this part, what do you get? You can say here 4x squared minus kx, then minus x plus half k squared, then plus a is equals to 0. So this one is the equation representing the points of intersection of the two items, right? So what you have to do now is you can substitute x0, put x0 here. Then what you get is your k. You can find an equation in k. So you can say x0, x is equal to 0. So it will be 4 times 0 squared minus k times 0 minus 0, then plus half k squared plus a is equal to 0. Then from this you can get half k squared plus a is equal to 0. So a, from this one you can say a is equal to minus half k squared. So this one is equation number 1, right? So it's equation number 1. Then to find another equation, you can put here, you can put x0 in both. Here you get y is equals minus a, and here you can put x0. Still you get the same item. So this is the item that you get after putting x0. Now let's put x3 over 4. Let's put x3 over 4 in this our equation. So it will be, because it satisfies also this equation, because the line and the intersects at the points where the x coordinates are these ones, right? We put x3 over 4, so it will be 4 times 3 over 4 squared minus k, then 3 over 4, right? Then minus x which is 3 over 4, then plus, then this one will be half k squared plus a is supposed to give you 0. Then let's simplify. 4 times 3 squared is 9. 9 squared over 4 squared is 16. So it's 9 over 4. 9 over 4 times 4, it will be 9 over 16 times 4 is 9 over 4, right? Then minus, this will be give you 3 over 4k, and this will be minus 3 over 4, then plus half k squared plus a is equals to 0, like this. Then after that, you can simplify this item. This will be squared, please take note. So 9 over 4 minus 3 over 4 is actually 9 over 4 minus 3 over 4 is 9 minus 3. 9 minus 3 is 6. So it will be 6 over 4. So it will be 6 over 4 here minus 3 over 4k, then plus half k squared plus a is equals to 0. This will be another equation. You can call it equation number 2. Right. Now we are given that a is equals to half k squared. right? You can just substitute this part. You take it, you put where there's a here. So it's minus half k squared. So it will be 6 over 4 minus 3 over 4k plus half k squared. Then where there's a, you put minus half k squared is equal to 0. Half k squared, it's 0. Then you'll be left with 6 over 4 minus 3 over 4k is equal to 0. Then take whichever to the other side. You'll be left with 6 over 4 is equal to 3 over 4k. Then multiply everything by 4. You get 6 is equal to 3k. Then divide both sides by 3. You get your k is equal to 2. Then for a, you come up here, where this a is equals to minus half k squared. So it will be 2 squared. Then which is equals to minus half times 2 squared is 4. So from this version, you can say that your a will be equals to, it's negative 2. Done. Just like that. Right, next question. Given instead that a is equals to minus 7 over 2. Find the values of k for which the line is a tangent to the curve. Right, there are two things. If the line is a tangent to the curve, you can take in your mind that there's only one point or there's only one root. Right, so it will be b squared minus 4ac must be equal to 0. That is, if a line is a tangent to the curve, there's only one point where they meet. So b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. So a is equal to minus 7 over 2 now. Let me take my equation here. So this one is y is equals to x minus, this will be, let me take them. It's y is equals 4x squared minus kx plus y is equals 4x squared, and we have y is equals to is x minus a. That the other side. This one is for the curve is 4x squared minus kx plus half k squared minus kx plus half k squared. Like this. Now we're given that the value of a is negative 7 over 2. So we say y is equals to, then this one will be, actually we can take it right away from, okay, let me just work it from here. So this one will be y is equals to x, then minus, it will be minus 7 over 2. So it will be y is equals to x plus 7 over 2. That's the equation. Now you take this part, equation number 1, and this one we can call it equation number 2. You solve them as simultaneous, equate the two equations. So it will be 4x squared minus kx plus half k squared, then is equals to x plus 7 over 2. Right, let's take everything to one side of the equal sign. So it will be 4x squared. Please take note. Remember to start with the squared. Then minus kx minus x. Then plus half k squared minus 7 over 2. Then is equals to 0. Something like this. Then after that, you can find the coefficients now expressed in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So here it will be 4x squared, only one item. Then on this part, let's factor out minus. So it will be k minus 1. Then it will be x on this side. Actually, it will be k plus 1 if you can factor out minus, right? Then factor out minus x. So you get something like this. Then plus on this part, it's half k squared minus 7 over 2 is equal to 0. So this part will become your a, and this part will become your b. This part will become your c. Then apply b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, which means k plus 1, that's your b squared, minus 4a, which is 4. C is half k squared minus 7 over 2, then must give you 0. B squared minus 4ac. Then expand this part. You get k squared plus 2k plus 1. Then minus this part, you get 16. Then half k squared minus 7 over 2 is equal to 0. Then here you get k squared plus 2k plus 1. Remove the bracket. It will be minus 8k squared, then plus 8 times 7 plus 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 7 is 56. So it's plus 56 here. Then it's equals to 0. Right, then you can see we have terms in k squared and terms in k and constants. So it will be, what you have to find is what? The question is asking how to find the values of k. So there are two values in this case. As you can see, it's a quadratic item. So it will be k squared minus 8k squared is 7. Negative 7k squared. Then 2k is just on its own. Then 1 plus 56 is 57. It's equal to 0. You can multiply everything by negative so that you can get 7k squared minus 2k minus 57 is equal to 0, like this. Then you can use the quadratic formula. You can say k is equals to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, where your a is equal to 7, your b is negative 2, your c is negative 57. So it will be equals to minus, right, what is your b? It's minus 2 plus or minus square root of b squared minus 2 squared minus 4a is 7. Then c is negative 57 all over 2 times a, 2 times 7. Then you can just simplify. This will be 2 plus or minus square root of, right, inside the bracket, there are two minus signs, so the minus will cancel out. It will become a plus. So it will be 4 here, then plus 4 times 7 times 57. You get 1596 over 2 times 7 is 14. So you get your k is equals to 2 plus or minus square root of 1596 plus 4. What we get? 1600 over 14. So from this, root of 1600, you get 40. So it will be 2 plus or minus 40 over 14. Right? So you get your k is equals to 2 minus 40 over 14. Or 2 plus 40 over 14. So if you can get to this side, you get k is equals to 2 minus 40 is 38 divided by 14. 38 divided by 14. 19 over 7. 19 over 7, right? So you can say 19 over 7. Or in decimals, you can say 2.71 to 3 significant figures. Then the other item, 2 plus 40 is 42. 42 divided by 14 is 3. Or k is equals to 3. So these are the two values of k. Done. Right, next question, number 6. The diagram shows the cave with equation y is equals to x is equals to y is equals 5 to the power x to the power half, and the line with the equation y is equals to x plus 2. Find the exact area of the shaded region which is bounded by the line in the curve. Right, you want to find the area. Where is our area? You have this point and you have this point. So to find the x coordinates of these points of intersection of the two items. Right, to find the x coordinates of intersection is part of your working. You equate the two equations. Solve them as simultaneous equations. So I want to find the area of the shaded region. If you can check, it's area that is under the curve minus area under the line, right? The shaded one in red is the area under the line. So the area above is the area under the curve. That's the whole area. Minus area and shaded, that is area that I have shaded in red. That's the area under the line. Now let's find the x coordinates of intersection of the two items. So what do? You equate the two. So you say here 5x to the power half is equals to 2x plus 2. Then you collect everything to one side. So it's 5x to the power half then minus 2x minus 2 is equal to 2, is equal to 0. Make this item quadratic. Right, to make it quadratic, you can check. So we have x to the power half in this case, right? And you have x. So you can say 5x to the power half. You have to let something, you can say let y is equals to, let m, let me use m, is equals x to the power half, right? But you have to make sure where there is x on 2x, it must be x to the power half. So it's minus 2, then to be x to the power half, this one, so it's supposed to be squared, right? Minus 2 is equals to 0. So if you can say, let m is equals to x to the power half. So it will be 5m minus 2m squared minus 2 is equals to 0. So you've made this item quadratic, right? Then you can multiply everything by minus sign, so that, or let's start with the one with the square, then plus 5m minus 2 is equals to 0, expressed in the form of ax squared plus bx. Plus c is equal to 0, always in this form. So it will be multiply everything by minus, so that the one with the square, we have to remove the minus sign on the one with the square. Minus 5m, then plus 2 is equal to 0. Then you can use the quadratic formula, or you can use factorization. So by factorization or quadratic formula, you can say what here? You can say, let me use the quadratic formula. You can say your a 5, then 3. A is equals to 2. Then your b is equals to minus 5. Minus 5 is your b. Then your c is equals to 2. Right. So you can say a is equals to 2. B is equals to minus 5. Then your c is equals to 2. Then from this, you can get your first answer as m is equals to 2. Or your second answer, quadratic formula is this one. So you say here, let me put down, you say m is equals to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So it will be, b is 5, so it's minus 5 plus or minus square root of minus 5 squared minus 4. Then a is 2, c is 2, all over 2 times a, which is 2 times 2. So simplify this part, you get 5 plus or minus square root of 25 minus 24 is 1. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So it's 9. 25 minus 16 is 9 over 4. So it will be 5 plus square root of 9 is 3. So it's 5 plus 3 over 4, which is 8 over 4 is 2. And 5 minus 3 over, so it's supposed to give you half. So, or half. So these are the two values of m. But take note, what you want here is not m, it's x. So we have let our m is equals x to the power half, right? So we say x to the power half is equal to the first one, which is 2. Or x to the power half is equal to the second one, which is half. Then from this, you can be able to find the values of these items. Right? You can say here, x to the power half is equal to 2, which means our x. Let me write it. Our x, let's see, have more space. X to the power half is equals to 2. You square both sides. Then x to the power half is equals to half. You also square both sides to get rid of the half. So here it will be x is equals to 4. Or x is equals to 1/4, like this. So these are the two values of x. So 4 and 1/4. At this point, we have 1/4. At this point, we have 4, like this. Now we can say area under the curve minus area under the line. Curve is y is equals 5 x to the power half. Y is equals 5 x to the power half. So you say area now is equals area, total area is area under curve. Under the curve minus area under the line. Area under the line. So under the curve, you integrate. So it will be 5x to the power half dx minus area under the line is 2x plus 2 then dx. Then using the limits, 1/4, 1/4, lower limit, upper limit is 4, is 4. Let me check again. The equations 5x to the power half and 2x plus 2, correct. Right, now let's integrate the two items. So it will be, if you integrate 5x to the power half, what do you get? You get 5, it's a constant, times, then you say 1 over half plus 1. Then x to the power half plus 1, like this. That's the first part. Then the limits is 4.25. Then minus on this part, it will be 2 times x over 1 plus 1 to the power 1 plus 1. Then plus, integrate 2x, 2, you get 2x. Like this. Then you put the limits with 4.25, like this. Right. Then you simplify this part. Half plus 1 is 3 over 2. 5 divided by 3 over 2. 5 divided by, then 3 over 2. 5 divided by 3 over 2, what do we get? You get minus 5. 5 divided by 3 over 2. Let me clear my calculator here. Right, 5 divided by 3 over 2. 5 divided by 3 over 2, what do you get? You get 10 over 3. You get 10 over 3. So it will be 10 over 3 on this part. Then x to the power 3 over 2, like this. Then it's 4.25. Minus, then this part, simplify. 2 over 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 over 2 is 1. So x to the power 2 plus 2x, then 4.25. These are the limits. Let's simplify further. Right, first here you put, let's do this bracket. 10 over 3, you put x is equal to 4. Then 4 to the power 3 over 2. Then you say minus, you put x is equal to 1/4. So it will be 1/4 to the power 3 over 2. Minus, then on this part, you do the same thing. You put x is equal to 4. 4 squared plus 2 times 4. Then minus, you put x is equal to 1/4. So it will be 1 over 4 squared plus 2 times 1/4, like this. Then you simplify. 4 to the power 3 over 2. 4 to the power 3 over 2 actually is square root of 4 to the power 3. That's 2 to the power 3 is 8. 8 times, it will be 80 over 3. Minus, or let me just punch everything in the calculator. So it will be 10 over 3. 10 over 3, then times 4 to the power 3 over 2. Then minus 10 over 3. Then times 1/4 to the power 3 over 4, 3 over 2. Times 1/4. Let me put inside the bracket. 1 over 4, which is the same as 0.25 also. 1 over 4 to the power 3 over 2. 3 over 2. This part we get 105. 105 over 4. Minus, then this side you can put inside there. Right, you can put in, you can just punch whatever inside the square root, the brackets. So you can say, let me put the big bracket. Then I put 4 squared, I put another bracket. Then it's 4 squared, which is 16. Plus 16 plus 2 times 4 is 8. This one is supposed to be 24. Then minus, then 1/4 squared. 1/4 squared is 1 over 16. 1 over 16. 1 over 16 then plus 2 over 4 is 1 half, which is 0.5. We get 375 over 16. Right, then you can say, you can subtract 105 minus 45 over 16. So it will be 105 over 4 minus, then you get 375 over 16. You get 45 over 16. These are square units. So that's the area. That's the area. Did they say the exact area? So that's it. Then next, question number 7. The diagram shows a sector OBAC of a circle with center O and radius 10 centimeters. The point P lies on OC. There's a point P on OC such that, and BP is perpendicular to OC. BP perpendicular to OC. Angle AOC is AOC is pi over 6 radians, and the length of the arc AB is 2 centimeters. Length of arc AB is 2 centimeters. Find the angle BOC. BOC. Right, you want to find angle BOC, right? But we're given arc length. Arc length of that one of AB. Arc length AB is 2 centimeters. So arc length is what? Is r theta, right? And the radius is 10. So you can say r theta is equals arc length, which is 2. The radius is 10. Theta is equals to 2. So it will be your theta is 2 over 10, which is equals to 1 over 5. So this is the angle A. It's 1 over 5. 1 over 5 radians. So to find the angle BOC, you add the two angles. So you say BOC is equals to pi over 6, 1 over 6 pi, plus this one, which is 1 over 5 radians. So what do we get here? You can get here, I can just leave it like this, or you can put it, let me see, to 3 significant figures. So it's pi divided by 6. Pi over 6, then plus 1 over 5. Is 0.724 radians. Radians. And make sure your calculator must always be in radian mode. Whenever you're working with circular measure, your calculator must be in radian mode. Then hence find the area of the shaded region, BPC, giving your answer correct to 3 significant figures. Hence find the area of the shaded region, BPC. BPC. Right, area of this part, you say area of the sector O, BC, minus area of triangle OBP. Area of sector is what? Is half r squared theta. Then area of a triangle, half AB sine theta. And your theta must be an angle in radians. Right, so you say half r squared theta minus half AB sine theta. So it's half r squared theta minus half AB sine theta, which is equals to half. Radius is 10 squared. Then your theta, for the sector, your theta is the one that you found, 0.724. 0.724. Then minus half AB. Actually, for the triangle, let me check. For the triangle, you can't find the area at the moment. You have to find one of the sides. It's either this side. Yeah, you have to find this side, then it will be the other side. Then you can use half AB sine theta, right? So you can check the triangle is right angle triangle. So to find this side OP, so you can say OP actually is adjacent to the angle. So you say adjacent in the hypotenuse OB. Adjacent to the hypotenuse is cos. So you can say cos of the angle, which is the angle 0.724, is equals adjacent, which is OP over hypotenuse 10. So it will be 10 cos 0.724 is equals to OP. Now you can find this in your calculator. You can find this in your calculator, right? So make sure your calculator is in radian mode. Change to radian mode. So it will be 10, then cos 0.724. It will be 7.49. 7.49. So that one is the length of OP. That's OP, 7.49 centimeters. That's your OP, right? Then to find the area of this triangle now, you say half times half AB sine theta, half times 10 times 7.449, then times sine theta, which is 0.724. Like this. Then let me just work it out here. Then we say this one times 10 divided by 2, then times sine 0.724, which is 24.8 square centimeters. Right, we have already found our area for the triangle, 24.8 square centimeters. So you can just put it here. So it was 10 times, I can still remember this part, but this part we have already worked out is actually 24.8, right? Then the area of the sector, let's punch in our calculator. 10 squared is 100. 100 times 0.724, then divide by 2. 36.2. Then separate the two items, minus 24.8, you get 11.4 square centimeters. So take note, all the workings that I have put up there, you have to show them here. You have to show them here for the calculation of the area of a triangle. Everything must appear on this part. Even calculation of OP, the side that you found, is also part of the working. This one, OP. It must be shown, right? It's part of the working. Then next, question number 8. The equation of a circle is x squared plus y squared plus ax plus by minus 12 equals 0. The point A 1, 1 and B 2 minus 6 lie on the circle. Find the value of A and B and hence find the coordinates of the center of the circle. Right, if this point lies on the circle, it means they satisfy the equation of the circle. It means x is equals to 1 and y is equals to 1. It means x is equals to 2 and y is equals to minus 6. So you can take x1, y1. It will be 1 squared plus y, 1 squared plus ax1 plus b, then y, 1. Minus 12 is equals 0. Form an equation here. 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus a plus b minus 12 is equal to 0. So it will be a plus b minus 10 is equal to 0. 2 minus 12 is minus 10. Then you can say a plus b is equals to 10. This will be equation number 1. It's a simultaneous equation. We have two simultaneous equations in this case. Right, then you substitute the other values, x2, y minus 6. Where there's x, you put 2 squared plus y, which is minus 6 squared, plus a, where there's x, you put 2, then plus y, b minus 6, minus 12 is equals to 0. then 2 squared is 4, plus minus 6 squared is 36, then plus 2a, then minus 6b, minus 12 is equal to 0. Then here it will be 2a minus 6b, right? You put 4 plus 36. Is 4 plus 36 is what? Is 40. 40 minus 12, what we get? 28. Then you can say 2a minus 6b is equals to negative 28. Divide by 2 everything. You get a minus 3b divided by 2 is minus 14. This will be your equation number 2. Right, take equation number 2. You can say equation number 2 using elimination minus equation number 1. So it will be a minus 3b is equals to minus 14. And a plus b is equals to 10. Then you subtract the two items. It will be minus 3b minus minus b is minus 4b is equals minus 14 minus 10 is negative 24. Like this. So divide by minus 4, divide by minus 4, you get your b is equals to what? B is equals to 6. Like this. So to find a and b. Now to find a, you say in equation 1, a plus b, you put 6 is equals to 10. Then to be a is equals to 10 minus 6, which is equals to 4. So a is equals to 4 and b is equals to 6. Done. First part. Then second part. Hence find the coordinates of the center of the circle. Want to find the coordinates of the center of the circle. Right? You can substitute now. You can say x squared plus y squared. Then where there's a, you put plus 4x. Where there's b, you put plus 6y minus 12 is equal to 0. Like this. Now, our equation of the circle is in the form of x squared plus y squared plus 2ax plus 2by plus c is equal to 0. Like this. That's the equation of the circle. So now what you have to do, you have to factor out 2. X squared plus y squared, where center is equals to ab, or minus a minus b. That's the center. It's minus a minus b. That's our center. Then plus, you factor out 2 on this part. So it will be 2x inside. 2, then you put x outside. You put x outside. Like this. Then plus 2. Then on that one, it will be 3y minus 12 is equal to 0. So your center is this one. So it will be minus 2 minus 3. These are the coordinates of your center. Done. Right, next question. Find the equation of the tangent to the circle at the point A, giving your answer in the form this one. Find the equation of the tangent to the circle at the point A. Where is our A? A is 1, 1. Right? So want the equation of the tangent to the circle at the point 1, 1. Right? So what we need is gradient. Right? We need the gradient, and after the gradient, then you can be able to find the equation of the tangent at that point. Please take note of that part. Right? Then this tangent at A is point 1, 1. And they said, find the equation of the tangent to the circle at point A. At point A. So it will be our equation. Let's find our equation. It's here. X squared plus y squared is x squared plus y squared plus 4x plus 6y minus 12 is equal to 0. Then you have the point A, which is 1, 1. So this is the information that we need here. This is the information that we need. Right. Now you have to find gradient. Right. So gradient of the tangent at this point. There are two ways. You can collect terms in y. Then after that, you can complete the square. Then find y dx. Because y must be only 1. Right. So it can only be 1 after completing the square. Then you can be able to differentiate. Then it will be easy that way. That's number 1. Then number 2, you can use the center our center, we have it here. And our center, we have found it as minus 2 minus 3. This one, the easiest method. Then we can say 1, 1. That's point A. Then after that, since one the equation of the tangent at A, which is this tangent at A, this one. So what we need is gradient and a point, because it's y is equals mx plus c. So we need gradient and the point. Point we already have it, which is 1, 1. What about gradient? So you can find gradient of the line to the center. And the tangent and the line to the center, actually they are perpendicular to each other. So you can use m1 times m2 is equals to minus 1. Right. So let's find gradient of the line from point A to the center. So gradient, I can call this one, this point x. I can call this point x. Gradient ax, then it will be equals to, use y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So it will be equals to y2, you can call it 1 minus, so this part, this will be x1, this will be y1, x1, this will be, or let me say, call this one x2 and y2, and this one will be x1 and y1. So that's what you have to use. So in this case, it will be 1 minus minus 3 over 1 minus minus 2. 1 minus minus 3 is 4 over 3. So this one, the gradient of the line AX. After that, one gradient of the tangent. Gradient of the tangent. So you say this one, 4 over 3 times m2 is equals minus 1. So let m2 be the gradient of the tangent. So it will be minus 1 divided by 4 over 3, which is minus 1 times 3 over 4. So you get minus 3 over 4. So that's the gradient of the tangent. Right. And the point we have 1, 1. So you can say y is equals to mx plus c. And our mx gradient, we can just put minus 3 over 4x plus c. Let's find our c. You can take point 1, 1. That is a. It means x is equals to 1 and y is equals to 1. So you put 1 where there is y. Minus 3 over 4, 1. Then plus c. So it will be 1 is equals to minus 3 over 4 plus c. Then 1 plus 3 over 4 is equals to c. So your c will be equals to, is it 7 over 4? Like this. So it's 7 over 4. That's your c. So your equation, it will be y is equals to minus 3 over 4 x, then plus 7 over 4. Now the form we are given. Want it in which form? There must be px qy is equals to k. So it means you have to multiply by 4 everything. Is 4y minus 3x plus 7. Then you take everything, so it will be 3x, because it's starting with x, plus 4y is equal to 7. So this will be the equation of our tangent. Done. Next question, number 9. The equation of the curve is this one. Find dy dx and d squared y over dx squared. That's the second derivative. Right? dy over dx is equals to, we take this part. 3x, you get 3. Then plus, in the differentiate 1, you get 0. Plus 0. Then differentiate this part. 4 is a constant. You bring down the power, half. Then 3x plus 1 to the power, half minus 1. Then times derivative of whatever inside the bracket, like this. So differentiation of y is equals ax plus b to the power n. Please take note of that. That's the one that I've used. Ax plus b to the power n. You say dy over dx is equals to, you bring down n. Then ax plus b to the power n minus 1. Then you multiply by the derivative of what is inside the brackets, which is a in this case. That is ax plus b. Differentiate that part, you get a. Then simplify this part, it will be 3 minus 2. 2 times 3 actually is 6. Then 2 times 3. Then 3x plus 1 to the power minus half, like this. So the final one will be 3 minus 6. then 3x plus 1 to the power minus half. So this will be your dy dx. Then d squared y over dx squared, that's the second derivative. D squared y over dx squared. We take this one, differentiate 3, you get 0. Then minus 6. Then times, bring down the power. It's minus half. Then it will be 3x plus 1 to the power minus half minus 1. So it will be 3, actually. Because 2 into 6 is 3. Then after that, it will be 3x plus 1. Then to the power minus 3 over 2. This will be your d squared y over dx squared. Like this. Next, find the coordinates of the stationary point of the curve and determine its nature. Coordinates, dy dx is equal to 0. Then nature, d squared y over dx squared. If it's greater than 0, it's minimum. Minimum. But if it's less than 0, then it's a maximum point, just like that. So let's bring down our dy dx. Then say it's equal to 0. Dy dx is what here? Is this one. 3 minus 6. 3 minus 6. Then is it 3x plus 1? 3x plus 1 to the power negative half. And this one must be equal to 0. Right, let's find the coordinates of the stationary point. Right, so it will be 3 is equals to, or you can say, 3 is equal, then 6, then 3x plus 1 to the power minus half. I've taken the other item to eliminate the negative sign to the right side of the equal sign. Divide by 6. So 3 over 6, it will be half, is equals to 3x plus 1. So you have to get rid of all the things outside the square root first, before you can get rid of the power half. Right, then after that, get rid of the power half. What do? You square both sides. So it will be 1 over 2 squared is 3x plus 1 squared. Actually minus half, then squared. Squared actually is the power minus 2, so that the minus will also be eliminated. So raise both sides the power minus 2. Please take note of that part. So it will be half to the power minus 2 is what? Half to the power minus 2. Half to the power minus 2, you get 4. Then this part you get 3x plus 1. You take x to the other side, it's 1. 1 to the other side, 4 minus 1 is called 3x. Then it will be 3 is called 3x. Then divide by 3. You get x is equals to 1. So x is equals to 1. What about y? You just say, on y now, you use the equation of the curve. Please take note. Use the equation of the curve, which means is this one. Y is equals 3x plus 1. 3x plus 1. X plus 1, let me check again. Minus 4, 3x plus 1 to the power half. Minus 4, 3x plus 1 to the power half. So you put x is equals to 1. It will be 3 times 1 plus 1. Minus 4, 3 times 1 plus 1 to the power half. Then if you can simplify this one, you get 4. Minus, then it will be 4. Each side, it will be 4 to the power half, which is 2. So it will be 4. This will be 2. So it will be 4 minus 4 times 2. Because square root of 4 is 2. Then it will be 4 minus, it's minus 4. So the coordinate x1, y minus 4. Done. Now the nature, you have the coordinate x1, y minus 4. The nature, you take your d squared y over dx squared. Then it's equals to, you put x is equals to 1. So d squared y over d is 3. 3x plus 1 to the power 3. To the power, is it half? To the power minus 3 over 2. minus 3 over 2. So it will be, you put x1. So it will be 3, 1 plus 1 to the power minus 3 over 2. So it will be 3. In this case, you get 4 to the power minus 3 over 2. 4 to the power minus 3 over 2 is what? But you get an answer that is positive always. 4 to the power minus 3 over 2. Minus 3 over 2, you get 1 over 8. 1 over 8 times 3 is 3 over 8. So this answer is d squared y over dx squared is greater than 0. So you can conclude that it's a what? It's a maximum point, right? So you can conclude that it's a minimum point. So the point is minimum. Just like that. Right, so it's a minimum point. The next question. Functions f and g are defined as follows. We have f of x and we have g of x. Then they state the domain of f, the inverse of f of x. So it will be the range. Then the diagram shows the graph of y is equals f of x. This is the graph. Right, so what you do is you change. So domain, it will be called the range. The domain of the inverse is called the range of the function. So the range, if you can check here, we have 1 here. So it means it will never cross 1, right? The graph. So the domain, the inverse, if the inverse, it will be on the other side, and it will also not cross 1, but it will be x. So it will be x is not equal to 1. So x can take any value, which means x can be an element of, we can say x is an element of all real numbers, but x is not equal to 1. That is like that. If you can say x greater than 1, x less than 1, still the same thing. Right. The next part, find an expression for inverse of f of x. F of x is 2x plus 1 over 2x minus 1. 2x plus 1 over 2x minus 1. So you say let y is equals f of x. So you say y is equals 2x plus 1 over 2x minus 1. Is it minus 1? Yes, 2x plus 1 over 2x minus 1. Then from there you can say cross multiply. So it will be y 2x minus 1 is equals to 2x plus 1. Make x subject. So it will be 2xy minus y is equals to 2x plus 1. Then collect terms in x. So it will be 2xy minus 2x is equals to 1 plus y. Then factor out x. It will be x, then 2y minus 2 is equals to y plus 1. Then make x sub, divide by 2y minus 2 both sides. So it will be 1 plus y over 2y minus 2. Then your inverse will be, just replace where there's y with x. So it's 1 plus x over 2x minus 2. This will be the inverse. Done. Next, find g inverse of f of 3. G inverse of f of 3. Right, where is that one? Where is our g? So find our g is x squared plus 4. X squared plus 4, that's our g. So it will be, you take g. So first thing you find g f of x. That's first thing that you have to do. So find g f of x, which is x squared plus 4. So it will be, your g, it will be x squared, so it's 1 plus x over 2x minus 2 squared, then plus x squared plus 4. Yes, like this. Then you put g f of 3, where there's x, you put 3 now. So it will be 1 plus 3 squared over 2 times 3 minus 2 plus 4. So it will be equals to, so it will be 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 over 2 times 3 is 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 over 4 is 1. 1 squared is 1. Plus 4 is 5. Done. Next, explain why g, inverse of g, cannot be found. Because g of x is x squared plus 4. Right? Check, this one is quadratic. So if it's quadratic, always the inverse can be found. It's not 1 on 1. So you can say not 1 to 1. Or you can say quadratic. If it's quadratic, the inverse it's difficult, it can't be found of g of x. Right? Then next, they said show that can be expressed in this form. So you just express under one denominator. So it will be over 2x minus 1. So you say this one will put over 1. 1 into 2x minus 1 is 2x minus 1 times 1. 2x minus 1 plus 2x minus 1 into 2x minus 1 is 1. 1 times 2. So it will be 2x minus 1 plus 2 over 2x minus 1, which will give you 2x then plus 1 over 2x minus 1. Shown. That's the first part. Let's find the area. Let's find the area of the triangle enclosed by the tangent to the curve y is equals to f of x at the point where x is equals to 1. Alright, so I want to find the area enclosed by the tangent to the curve y is equals to f of x at the point where x equals to 1. And the x-axis and the y-axis. Right, the curve area enclosed by the tangent to the curve y is equals f of x. Let's check. Y is equals f of x is this one. Where find the area enclosed by the let's find the area of the triangle. Actually, it's the triangle enclosed by the tangent to the curve. So when the triangle of the enclosed by the tangent to the curve y is equals f of x at the point where x equals to 1. And the x-axis is the y-axis. So x is equals to 1. Where is our x equals to 1 here? So it's something like this. So what we need here is the point where it cuts the y-axis and the point where it cuts the x-axis. Then you find the magnitude here. You find the magnitude here. That will be your base, half base times height. Right? And you can just use half base times height. So you find the equation of the tangent. After finding the equation of the tangent, then what do? So find the equation of the tangent first. After finding the equation of the tangent, then what you do is you can now find the coordinate point of intersection of the axis. So equation of the tangent, first find y dx. You can use y is equals to 1 plus 2 over 2x minus 1. Okay, let's check my f of x here. F of x, that's 2x plus 1. So that's the same thing. So find dy dx here. What do you get? You get first thing you put this one up there. 2, then 2x minus 1 to the power minus 1. Right? Then after that, it will be dy dx is 2. Integrate 1, you get 0. Then plus 2 times minus 1. Then 2x minus 1 to the power minus 1 minus 1. So it will be minus 2. 2x minus 1 to the power minus 2. So this one will be minus 2 over 2x minus 1 to the power 2 squared. Like this, right? Right. Then after that, what you have to do now is you have your gradient. And what are you supposed to find? You want to find the area, the actual first the gradient of the tangent. Then after that, the equation of the tangent at the point where x is equals to 1. So when x is equals to 1, then your dy over dx is equals to what? It will be minus 2 over 2 times 1 minus 1 squared. So it will be 2 times 1 is 2, minus 1 is 1, squared is 1. So your gradient will be minus 2. So that's it. So now, after you found your item, then you now want to find the equation of the tangent. That's y is equals to mx plus c. Gradient is y is equals to 2x plus c. You have to find your c. When x equals to 1, what is y? When x equals to 1, you can put in this equation, y is equals, put x1 here, or even put x1 here. So x will be 2 times 1. It's 1 plus 2 times 1 is 2. Minus is, let me put it here, y is equals to 1 plus 2 over 2 times 1 plus minus 1. So this will give you what? 1 plus 2 times 1 minus 1 is 2. So it will give you 3. So y is equals to 3. Now we have a point x1, y3. Like this. Use this point to find the value of c. Y is equals to 3 and x is equals to 1. Then plus this one, it will be c. Then after that, it will be 3 is equals to 2 plus c. Then 3 minus 2 is equals to c. So your c will be equal to 1. Now the equation will be y is equals to, you substitute here, y is equals to 2x plus 1. This one is the equation of the tangent. Now to find the area of the triangle, let's find the coordinate point where this tangent crosses the x-axis, right? So first thing, the y-axis. Along the y-axis, x is equal to 0. That's the y-axis. So you put x0, you get y is equals to 2 times 0 plus 1. So y will be equals to 1. So if the point x0, y1. Then along the x-axis, y is equals to 1. Y is equals to 0. Y is equals to 0. So you put y0 is equals to, in the same equation of this tangent. So it's 2x plus 1. So from this one, you get 2x minus 2x is equals to 1. So divide by minus 2 by minus 2. You get x is equals to minus half. So if a point x minus half, we have a point x minus half and y is equals to what? And y is equals to 0. Like this. So something like this. Then after that, your triangle now, it will be like this. So x minus half, y is 0. Then y is 0, x is 0, y 1. Then the area of the triangle, you find the mark. So it's just half, base times height. So it's half times height is 1. Then what we get here? You must get 1 over 4. Square units. Like that. Right, then question number 11. The function f is given by f of x equals this one, where k is a constant. Given that k is equals 3, find the exact solutions of the equation f of x equals to 0. Right, f of x is 4 cos to the power 4x plus cos squared x minus 3 is equals to 0. We can say let y is equals to cos squared x. This one, take note. Cos to the power 4x is cos squared x squared. So I can say let y is equals to cos squared x, such that it will be 4y squared plus y minus 3 is equal to 0. Then find the factors or factorize this part. What are the factors? We can get here 3, 4. So it's 4y squared. The factors are plus 4y minus 3y. Minus 3 is equal to 0. It's like this. Then factor out 4y on this part. You'll be left with y plus 1. On this part, you factor out minus 3. It's y plus 1 is equal to 0. So it's y plus 1. Then 4y minus 3 is equal to 0. Then you get it's either y plus 1 is equal to 0 or 4y minus 3 is equal to 0. Then from this one you get y is equal to minus 1 or y is equal to, then from this you get 3 over 4 from this item. And remember our y was cos squared. So it will be cos squared x is equals to minus 1, or cos squared x is equals to 3 over 4. Now from this, we have no solution, because no square root of a negative number. But from this, you can say cos x is equal to square root of 3 over 4. Please take note, square root is plus or minus. So we can say cos x is equals to minus root 3 over 4, or cos x is equals to root 3 over 4. These are the two items. Then from this, you get x is equals to our PV is arc cos of root 3 over 4 is the same thing on this side. X is equals to arc cos of root 3 over 4. You can punch in your calculator. You can say arc cos. Make sure your calculator is in degrees mode, right? Make sure your calculator is in degrees mode in this case. So it will be arc cos of, actually, what's the question's requirement here? Or it's in radians. So make sure your calculator is in radian mode, right? Because it's 0 to 2 pi. So it will be arc cos of root 3 over 4. 3 over 4 is the same as 0.75. So you can just say root of 0.75. So it's in degrees is 30 degrees. Then radians is 30 divided by 180, which is pi over 6. That's 30 degrees. Now you can use your quadrant. In this case, you can say on this part cos theta is positive. Then your x will still be pi over 4 over 6. This one will be your PV. Your principal value is still the same. But on this part, cos theta is negative. So we can use the quadrant rule. Using the quadrant rule, cos is negative in which quadrant? It's positive in which quadrant? So you can say here, the first part is this one. Then the second part is this one. So from this, cos is positive in the first and last quadrant. That's positive, first and last quadrant. So that's why you put pi over 6. Pi over 6. On this part, second and third, cos is negative. So you put pi over 6, then pi over 6. Right, the solutions from the first one, we get the first solution is this one, from the positive x-axis to the line. So it's 180, or pi minus pi over 6. Pi minus pi over 6. So it's, you get 5 over 6 pi on this part. Then on this part, you just get pi over 6. So these are the solutions for our angle. So x is equals to pi over 6. Did they say 2 pi? Yes, it's 2 pi, so it's 360. So it means you still have another angle here on this part. So another angle will be from the positive x-axis to this part. So it's pi minus pi over 6, plus pi over 6. Pi plus pi over 6. Seven over 6 pi on this part. Then on this part, we have pi over 6 here. For this part, we have 5 over 6 pi. Then, and from this part, we have pi over 6 and what? And the other angle from the positive x-axis to this part. So it will be 2 pi minus pi over 6. 2 pi minus pi over 6. 2 pi minus pi over 6. Over, you get 11 over 12 pi. Right, so this will be the solutions done. Then next, use the quadratic formula to show that when k is greater than 5, the equation f of x has no solutions. So if they have no solutions, then you can say b squared minus 4ac is less than 0. So when k is greater than 5, so you can take any value. That is greater than 5, right? So in case greater than 5, like here in this case. So first thing, let's take this part. So they say when k is greater than 5, then this equation is no real root. So let's take this item and make it quadratic. So our item is cos squared. So you say 4 cos squared x plus, let me just put it like 4 cos squared x, then squared, plus cos squared x, then is it plus k? Minus k, minus k. Then, right, so this one, so these are the, so for cos squared in this case, so if k is greater than, actually, is greater than 5, then this one has no roots, right? So what will be your b? And actually your equation is in cos squared x. Please take note of that. Please take note of that. So it's in cos squared x. And in this case, you have to show that it have no roots. Right, so it will be, in this case, your b squared minus 4ac. So your a, let's say, is equals to 4. Your b is equals to 1. And your c is equals to minus k. Right. Then it will be, let's complete the square. I think that would be much more easier. Completing the square is much more easier than using this item. So you can say here, completing the square, you can factor out 4 on this part. Right? You can say here, it will be cos squared x squared, then plus 1 over 4 cos squared x, then minus k. Then take this part. So it will be 4 here, complete the square. Then this part, it will be cos squared x, then plus half of 1/4 is 1 over 8, then squared, right? Then plus, then minus, then you've half of this one squared, then minus k. That's completing the square method, right? It's easier that way. Then it will be here, cos squared x plus 1 over 8, then squared, then minus 1 over 64 minus k, like this. Then you remove the bracket, it will be 4, then cos squared x plus 1 over 8 squared, then minus 1 over 4 into 64 is 16, then minus k. Right. Now they said when k is greater than 5. So if k is greater than 5 in this case, so what will be the effect? Then it means there are no solutions for this item. Right, so let's check. If we can put k6,